Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Alan Wake 2, where we return to Saga's side of the story. I'm now on my way to her trailer, which is over in Watery, Washington. She did not realize she had a trailer. Is it part of the fiction? Is it part of reality? Either way, we're going to have to progress our way all the way around this section of forest, down through Coffee World, and over to the Lighthouse Trailer Park. We have actually found one new weapon, the crossbow, which, so far, doesn't seem half bad. The fact that, like, you can retrieve your ammo, I feel is pretty meaningful. But then again, like... Okay, which way am I facing? This is progress. But then again, my aim is generally pretty bad anyway, so... It could be a curse just as much as a blessing. Because, like, you fire one crossbow bolt. Hello? Don't mind me, I'm just going to... Howdy. I don't appreciate the fact that you turned right then and there.
Broken door. General door.
Ah. Okay, I'm just going. Oh my god! I'll just load my game again. Like, I progressed such a short distance, only to expend almost my entire life bar, a single-use item, several arrows. Like, I want to say that I'm trying to do better in this game, but I still feel this is... Like, the gameplay is difficult for me. It's a difficult game. And, like, I'm just not clicking with it. Oh my gosh. For whatever reason, Alan Wake 2 and myself have not quite... Is there just nothing there? That's the radio tower. Alright, so this is progress. Alan Wake 2's combat and myself are not quite at the same page. Like my... Oh. This time I get nothing! How nice. Alright, are we gonna find anything interesting around? Alright, well, I can hear the... Ooh, there's a Ferris wheel. Fancy. They pulled out all of the stops, spared no expense for Coffee World. Okay, like, there's 2 dream catchers there. 3 dream catchers there. 5 there. Is that indicative of something? That 2, 3, 5.
More of those kids' lunchboxes.
I lowered my rifle. Standing on the car's roof, I looked out at the carnage. The zombies had almost won, but luckily, I was here. Heroes are sometimes the people we least expect them to be. Now my town was finally safe, thanks to me. I slung the hot piece of iron over my shoulder one more time, hopefully for the last time. The townspeople, cautiously emerging from their hiding place, surveyed the same carnage I saw and cheered my name and waved, and they cheered again. Now I could finally get back to my quiet, unassuming life, reading books and gardening and fiber crafts and being the world's top mycology experts. Suddenly, a hand seized my wrist. I looked into the eyes of the sweet, sensitive writer I had known since childhood. A smile spread across his beautiful, kind face as I felt at peace for the first time since the zombies had first emerged. You did it! I knew you could! Now we can live in peace together for the rest of our days. Oh, there's a table. That promises stuff. Oh, that's where the radio broadcast was coming from. Oh, is this another of the rhymes?
Another rhyme.
Let's see, we got a moose doll, a deer doll. All right. 3 little deers ventured to roam and found a nice place to eat and play. 1 little deer never came home, and 2 of the deers cried all day. So no deers go on over there. Maybe 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there? Is that my save point? That's my save point. Should I save my game even though I've only kind of killed 1 bad guy? I kind of suck at this game, so I'm going to save my game even though I only killed 1 bad guy. If I did not suck so much, if I had a little bit more faith in my skills, no, we want to save. Maybe I would hold back. Especially since I've got that charm too. Like, all these supplies easily lost, very hard to get back. Though I've got a decent amount of batteries now, at least. So there's that. Ooh. I like the image of the red light on the water. I wonder if Saga can also kind of sneak past her enemies. Though, like, that previous enemy was definitely just blocking the way forward. So it's not exactly like I could have really gotten past him. And he was facing the trail of progress, so... Okay, this is nothing. This is the off trail that I was seeing on the map. Ah. Was that crossbow bolt there, or was that the crossbow bolt I fired from, like, across the way and missed? I'll never know. And I've got the music of the Ferris wheel playing in the distance. Ooh, a lunchbox.
And another lunchbox.
Hi, hero. I think a few pieces of paper from my private fan fiction project got mixed into some of these stashes, but I don't know which ones. I posted some online and they're getting pretty good reviews, but I'd appreciate it if you didn't read them. It's a privacy thing. Oh, is that your zombie fan fiction? Your zombie fiction? Let's see, can we upgrade something? Can we upgrade... No. Oh my gosh, no. Our bow. Or should we worry about upgrading our pistol? Fire 2 bolts before needing to reload. Sounds good. Bolts lodged into enemies will attract bullets fired near them. Hold the fire button to draw the crossbow further for increased damage and a straighter arc. Okay, all of those sound good. Either hold the fire button... We're going to go for more damage.
Strained to pull the string of the crossbow back as far as she could. To her surprise, the latch adjusted to accommodate her. The next bolt would stop a monster.
Alright, I guess let's throw some stuff on the case board. We found some Alex Casey lunchboxes in the watery area. But yeah, who left these lunchboxes? Somebody who knows about the story. Nursery rhymes. We found watery. Nope, that's under... What are they? Who are they? No, that's under... There we go. Parts. What are we doing? Stash. Stashes. In the watery area. Oh, there's some stashes in the Bright Falls area. I suppose I'm going to have to search that area a little bit better. Oh, I cannot use that just yet. Hold on, what does this do again? Throwable gas canister detonates when shot. How hard is it to shoot it. Hmm. Okay, where am I looking on the map? Okay, I don't think I can go that way because of the flooding. I can't paddle over there? No paddling? No paddle boat allowed? Oh, but I'm almost there at the gift shop. Is that where I'm going to be starting my coffee shop? My coffee world journey? I don't know. Having the gift shop at the back of the amusement park, that's a bold choice for them. Like, because that means that, like, if you had your gift shop at the front of the amusement park, that would mean that the gift shop is the first thing you see when you walk in, and it is the last thing you see when you walk out. You're encouraged to buy in both directions. You cannot leave without being taunted with merchandise. But having it at the back of the amusement park, there are just a lot of noises going on here, and I trust none of them. I do not trust this.
Scratch stalked through the forest, a terrifying dark presence in the night, more sensed than seen. Darkness boiled in his skull, like a storm cloud crammed into a bottle. The woods were alive with those he had taken. They were coming with him, directed by him, his army of darkness. His singular purpose was a sharp, pulsing black hole in his head, waves roaring out of it to whip his flock into a frenzy, filling them with his purpose. The clicker. He wanted it, to make his horrific ending to the story come true. The art was there. The clicker would push it across the final threshold, a detonator to send out a tidal wave that would spread to overtake reality. He was so close to claiming it. The Taken gibbered and shouted, straining against their invisible leashes, filled with bloodlust. Scratch let them go. They launched themselves into the night with violent glee. He ripped a signpost from the ground, swung it in his hands as if it was made of air. Ahead, the music started. It called him on. Let the final Deerfest commence.
So that is not today, I presume. At the very least. Also, something to note. There's very little edits. There are very few edits from Alan on this page. It is all Scratch. Like Alan himself is trying to lead Scratch on. Are there any things for me to collect? The answer is yes. There's a bandage. Let us save. What is our health? Could be better. Could be worse.
Hello? Anyone here? Nope.
Did they get out? Did the Taken get them? Or were they turned into Taken? I'll need to get the key to the trailer park myself. Ilmo said the key is kept in the gift shop safe.
Although that manuscript page is definitely promising quite the epic finale. Presuming that is what it is talking about. Though I still kind of wonder, like, what does Mr. Scratch expect to accomplish with the clicker? Like, the clicker was this childhood toy that was meant to keep the darkness away. Like, how would his possession of it change it?
Locked. Need something to jimmy it open with.
Suppose just going into the gift shop would have been too easy. Shall we go to the slow roaster? The Valid Knights Workshop? Oh my gosh. The Fair Trade Fun Zone? The Percolator? Ooh, hello. What have you got in you? Nothing! Sorry, temporarily out of order. How does an outhouse become temporarily out of order? That sounds like it's full of shit. The Percolator. I need to turn left if I want to go to the Fair Trade Fun Zone. Ooh, the Latte Lagoon. Okay, I'll regret saying anything now. In moments. In mere moments, I will regret it. But it is interesting how empty a lot of these areas are. And, like, the difficulty of the game. I've complained about the difficulty of the game already. But I have to admit, it does...
Jesus! Calm down, Saga. It's just a pot of coffee.
Have a beautiful day.
It does maintain tension. It's just a tape player on like duct taped to the back. Prizes. 3 matches prizes. 2 matches prizes. And 1 match prize. Like, all it takes is a single foe to ruin my day. That is a big pie. Okay, so the Latte Lagoon is a little bit closed off at the moment. That's fine. We need to go to the Percolator.
What kind kind of exercise does coffee do? French presses.
Ah, very nice.
Okay then.
Ah, son of a... Son of a... Oh, I forgot I have to hold the button down. Ah. All right. Oh, I don't have one of these because I didn't have them at the time. Let's quick slot. What are you?
Always good to have a screwdriver.
Yes. Sounds like something I could jimmy something with. It's a goat. All right, well, let's head over to the gift shop. Oh, hello. I see you there.
Caffeine is just another word for fun.
Excellent. I was worried that was actually going to miss. Hello. I can get you from the back. All right, that extra damage is definitely helping. Okay, straight and to the right. But there sounds like there's an enemy. Have you shown up near the gift shop? No.
A list of maintenance work. A screwdriver. Huh.
Hey, the lock is jammed again. I forced it last time with the screwdriver, which has disappeared. Again, put shit back where you use it. Coffee world entrance, sign defaced, cleaned with detergent wax. Sign should be good until someone tags it again tomorrow. Slow roaster pod is stuck, won't swing. I hit it with some WD-40, seems good now. Fallen tree near Latte Lagoon. Should probably call the tree guy. Chainsawed and removed, keeping the wood. Several burned out bulbs on percolator, replaced and ordered more bulbs. Squeaking on Latte Lagoon car B, tighten the bolts, less bad now. Percolator control panel jammed, removed front with screwdriver. Found a penny in there. Well, now I don't need to know where the screwdriver is. Because I found the screwdriver already. Nice.
Now where is that safe?
I still have to break into the safe, I suppose. See, there are edits on this page. It's nice how you can already see the edits. Alan? Coffee World attacked! No!
Sorry, we're at a Bright Falls blend. Anna apologized to the customers. I'll just grab some from the back. More coffee coming right up. She suggested they ride the percolator while they waited. She passed Ilmo at the Espresso Express. Big smile, Anna. Coffee World is all smiles. Anna nodded, smiled. She smiled until her face hurt. Anna stopped walking, realized she was standing next to the Huatari well. Must have zoned out, she thought. She was about to go, but something in the well caught her eye. A shadow shifting in the dark. Anna was overcome by vertigo. The world tilted, and then she was falling down, down, down into the shaft. The darkness opened up to swallow her.
At Coffee World, shaft swallows you. So what was cut out? What was redacted? It's like you're seeing the after effects of two writers competing. But not really knowing, like, you know the motivations of... One is trying to stop the end of the world. The other one is trying to start it.
Locked.
Why did you change the damn password to the safe again?
Code.
I thought it was Lookout Fixer Supplier. Who hurt you? Why are you so paranoid? Calm down. This one's easy. Tracker Lookout Cleaner. Is that going to be in the Cavella Knights workshop? Hey Elmo, heads up, got another angry voicemail from a parent about her kid poking himself in the eye with one of the souvenir pucos. Whose grand idea was it to sell kids plastic knives in a coffee-themed amusement park anyway? Oh right, it was yours. Jeff, I need another moose favor. Mocha was doing just fine, he even got a glowing vet report, and then bam, they say it was a heart attack. I'm not blaming you, but maybe he just had a bad ticker. No tolerance for stimulants either. We're telling the kids that Mocha's taking a little vacation, but I could really use your help ASAP to maintain continuity. Do you have any more in stock? Thanks in advance, Ilmo. We were promised a moose. Also, it seems like we've got profiling.
I need to open the safe. What's the combination?
People hate the puzzles, Ilmo. Why not just use keys? People love the puzzles, Yaku. Only very smart people can think up good puzzles. Just look around and you will find the answer. Dedicated staff will be rewarded.
The combination to the safe is somewhere in the gift shop.
All right. What did he say it was? Tracker something something? Tracker Lookout Cleaner.
Coffee World staff. Hope they're not all monsters now.
Anna's a monster, we know that. Robin, definitely a monster. Lucy, oh my gosh, definitely. Jonas, oh, so... Nina, she got away clean. She stayed home. She was sick. Victor, cleaning house as a monster. Thomas, the ride operator, lost in the lagoon. It was an accident. Nobody will ever find the body. Stuart, maintenance, monster. Susan, no longer lost. Found as a monster. News of the week. Remember to bring your liability forms for Tuesday. Bring your dog to Coffee World Day.
The photos have stickers on them.
They do have stickers on them. Congratulations to Thomas for completing his first year at Coffee World. As usual, this work anniversary earns you a free packet of freshly ground coffee. Wow, that's terrible. The percolator is unfortunately undergoing maintenance, but don't worry, we will fix it as soon as possible. I already forget. Tracker, cleaner... Tracker, lookout, cleaner. So is that lost and found as the tracker? Lookout is security. Cleaner is janitor. So that's 1, 4, 6. Oh my gosh, that's too bright. There we go.
The keys to my trailer.
Good job, me.
Now to find the clicker and the Colt.
I feel like I've done a lot. I feel like I've made quite a bit of progress. It's worth saving. It's not just killing one bad guy and then turning back. We didn't make our way up to the slow roaster, actually, now that I think about it. $11. This is a puzzle.
Another Colt stash.
Only striped cups. See, that's fire cup. Striped cup, that's 4. It's kind of like egg. We got flames. 4, 7. I didn't see the first few cups, so maybe it's like 1, 4, 7. Nope. There we go. Yep, 1, 4, 7. In that order? 1, 4. In that order. Still no shotgun. Why do you have pallets just sitting around nearby your slow roaster? That's very unprofessional there. WTF, all the toilets are out of order. Get your shit together. All right. Let's see. And we haven't gone to Calvez Calevala's Knight's Workshop. So we should probably head there next. Though I do feel a little, just a slight degree of confidence. Hello. How are you? Where did you go? Interesting how you don't actually have to erase the darkness from them before attacking them. Like, that was a requirement in Alan Wake 1. Like, it was always shine light, shoot. And you can kind of, and you can see that in the scene in Herald of Darkness, where they're kind of like, where they're going through Alan Wake 1's timeline, and Alan's always just like pointing the flashlight at an enemy, pointing the gun. And like, I'm sure it helps to shine the light first, because it reveals the weak spot. But like in that case that just happened, the weak spot was readily available. One morning, during Coffee World's construction, a wounded moose was discovered taking shelter inside the Fresh Pot gift shop. Though limping from a leg injury, the wily moose proved too quick for wildlife rescue. After a long and unsuccessful chase, everyone stopped for a much-needed coffee break, brewing up some of the Coffee World's finest. Before the first cup was poured, the moose appeared, drawn by the delicious aroma. He allowed himself to be treated in exchange for a steaming mug of what is known as Mocha's signature blend. Since then, Mocha the Moose has become a beloved fixture of Coffee World, welcoming guests from across the country, as well as personally taste-testing each of our roasts to give them the Mocha seal of approval. Okay, so, Ilmo and Jocko, I feel like you've done this to yourself. You created a situation that encouraged people to give your moose coffee. A moose sing Mocha facts. Mocha is around 6 years old. Did you know moose can live up to 25 years? Mocha weighs 820 pounds. Did you know moose are the largest species of deer in the world? Mocha loves to swim. Did you know moose can dive up to 20 feet underwater? I do know that, and it's a very strange fact to think about. Mocha's favorite drink is coffee. Did you know that Mocha is the only known moose with a caffeine addiction? And now Mocha is dead. Ah, here we go. John Mira was in the bathroom mirror. The pink flamingo was there too. The Huatari Well from 1913. Legends say that this is the dwelling place of the evil water spirit, the Naki, who lures people to their watery graves. In the early days of Wateri's history, this very well was where Ilmari Huatari hid the bodies of his victims, with the help of his brother, Jacopi Huatari. It was only after Ilmari murdered his own brother that their gruesome acts came to light. But was it madness or the spirit of Naki possessing Ilmari that drove him to murder, like he himself believed? Is there more to this well than meets the eye? No entry. Staff only. I can't open this door. Alright. At the very least, I know I cannot progress in that area, and thusly have no need to explore it. Oh, hello. Where am I now? I'm over by the Espresso Express. I can hear someone. I don't like it. What do I get for turning it on? Okay, we need to go straight and to the right is progress. Oh, hello. Ooh. Here's somebody else. They seem angry. We need to go right. Don't mind me. Heading to the trailer park. You know, after playing a bunch of Starfield, I have to say, it's nice playing a game in which you're not constantly having to slow down because of your stamina meter. Like, your sprint speed is not... You know, I'll take that back. Your sprint speed is fast for the size of the world. For the size of the world and your expectations of the conflicts you're going to get in. This is good. This is great. And the fact that I don't have to stop... Oh. And they already fixed the bridge. Ilmo is gone. Ilmo and Jacko are gone. The speed limit is 20 miles per hour maximum. But it's also a very small, like, side road town, so makes sense. Ooh. Shall we explore the lighthouse area first? Can we explore the lighthouse area first? Ah, yes. Also, there's a lunchbox near here.
Another lunchbox.
But then, Almost at the same time, but not quite, another hand grabbed my other wrist. It was my childhood friend's estranged twin brother, a rugged ex-soldier who'd helped me fight back the zombie horde. With his chiseled jaw and smoldering eyes and worn leather jacket, my heart fluttered like a small bird against its cage. Ignore him, babe. You know I'm who you want. The sensitive friend I cared for all my life, or the intense warrior I had known for one harrowing day. How was I ever going to choose? The zombies were easier than this. Already a better love story than Twilight. How many page or manuscript pieces do I have? That's in here. 17. I'll save it. That way I could at least fire... If I can fire 2 crossbow bolts, that seems pretty good. What do I do about those locks? Hey there. Ah, I was wondering where that... Ah, son of a... Okay, I'm just going to load my game. Now that I have to deal with multiple assailants at the same time, I'll give myself another try at that encounter. Ah, son of a... Alright. Not terribly worse. Where is this lady? I've heard her, but I have not. What? Why did it... Yep. Reload slightly faster. Oh, are you... Do you still have the shadows around you? Ah, come on. Stop. Teleporting. I have no idea where you are now. What? Okay, let's try that again. Like, I feel like your character just moves so slowly in comparison to your enemies. And that is like aggravating more than anything else. Like, in theory, if there's ever a point in time where, like, what the combat is trying to do in this game and what I'm expecting from it, if that ever clicks, that'll be nice. Alright. Have you... No. Stop running. Thank you. And you. Also, no running. I appreciate that. Ooh, hello. A mother doll. A trickster and a wise elder.
I don't have the key.
This is true. An old watcher of the sea before his demise cursed the waters that ruined his eyes. So he played a trick on the ocean deep, the waves to fight and havoc and to wreak. And in doing that wrong, lost his soul's song. What do I have? I've got wise elder, trickster, mother. So...
More of those rhymes.
we'll be back. Maybe. In the meantime, we've got our trailer to get to. Now, at the very least, we'll stop trying to do headshots, though. Because that hasn't been doing me any favors, and the extra damage with the... Pat Main! Shall we listen about cuckoo clocks? I'm now a little worried for Pat Maine. My first watery visit. I'm staying near the Lighthouse Trailer Park, at a nice little spot just off the road. It's very quiet here during the day. At night, not so much. I've never been too nervous and can sleep through an earthquake, but here, I don't know. Something just feels off. The animals act weird. They're restless at night, making weird noises and running away. And I could swear I hear someone moving around, circling. I'm going to give it one more night, and then move on. Yes, I've been practicing. Sometimes I just sit there, hours upon hours on end, reading anything I can find in the voice of Captain Kirk. That would be a little insane. Not any more insane than something I told somebody the other day, in that I just sit around making
Said I'd run into a cultist here.
making
Saga.
Wookiee noises all day. Just sitting around in my room, hours pass by, and I'm just like just all day. Hours pass by. Whole day's lost. And I'm just sitting there. For all I know, I just said a horrible insult in Wookiees. We can still go.
Well, someone's doing it. Weaving a web. Like with the hat.
Hey!
Rain. Must not drink the water.
It's the old gods of Asgard! Torin and Warren.
Moonshine. Only drink the moonshine, brother.
Don't look like cultists.
That's not helping. I don't feel like myself. Don't know how to fight it. We're too old now.
Excuse me. I'm looking for the Anderson trailer.
Sweetie pie, right on time. Like we were just saying, it's not true. The lies to hurt you and make you weak. Don't believe a word. They believe because deep down, they want to be told what to think. We're different. Rebels! You must stop it before it turns real.
Yeah, they were already losing it, like, in Alan Wake 1, and this is, like, 13 years later.
Start the hell of it!
These old drunks don't seem affected by the horror story like the other locals are.
Because they've already been touched by the darkness.
How do you know about the story?
Same as you, of course, sweetie pie. We are family. The Andersons. Vikings. Gods. It's so good to finally see you, Saga. I am your great uncle Odin. And this is your long-lost Murfar, Thor. Sarasota. He is your grandfather, and I am the All-Father.
Just as crazy as everyone else. Just as caught in it.
I need to stay focused. I need to check out the trailer.
Okay, case board. Cases. Got a lunchbox, which we found near the lighthouse. We have some dolls. I'm sure there's going to be a point in time I might...
Think, Saga.
I'm just going to start traveling around. To see if I could solve those nursery rhyme novels. Nursery rhymes. So there's an actual... One of my favorite series of books is this Thursday Next series. From Jasper Ford. And there's a spin-off couple of books. Which call themselves nursery crime novels.
Oh.
Like, one of them is called The Big Over Easy, in which Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. Or was he pushed? Like, there's a mystery involved. And I admit, my head immediately went towards that instead of just, say, nursery rhymes. So if you want to know what the hell I was just talking about, that's it.
Already got the answers to these.
Ah, thank you, for Saga, for doing all this work. Like, this is what I think, like...
Figured all this out already.
Thank you.
So this goes here, and that goes there.
Case closed. Like, this is what I want out of the case board. I want the case board to just fill itself out.
Hello, Yako. Who is this incredibly attractive martial arts master? It's me, your brother, Ilmo. I now recognize you, but Ilmo, why are you dressed like that? Deerfest is almost here, which means we're chopping the prices on all of our custom-designed Deerfest parade floats. Floats created by the award-winning team at Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. Winners of the last year's trophy for Best Deerfest float featuring an animal that is not deer. That very team. And you're gonna get a kick out of our latest float designs. We've done it all. Deerfest floats, restaurant floats, floats shaped like things we can't show on television.
Ooh, risque.
Our floats are the best way to impress your friends, propose to your partner, or throw shade at an office colleague. And we don't do just Deerfest. Our floats are a perfect gift for weddings, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, or your Scenaria. Our floats will punch up any special occasion. But why take our word for it? Let's hear it from one of our many, many happy customers.
I was at Deerfest last year. The floats were pretty good. One of them was a swan.
And those people liked it. And there you have it. Award-winning floats now at reduced prices that will knock you off your feet. Order yours today.
We'll build anything. Anything. The beast within. And the sideways spiral. How do you know which way gravity is going to pull you? In the sideways spiral. How can you tell what's up and what's down when gravity won't even pull you in the right direction anymore? find out next time on The Sideways Spiral. Ooh, is there a lunchbox near here? Is there a dog buried in this? Can we? We cannot. We cannot go down the slide. Alan Wake 2 won't let you go down the slide. 1 out of 10.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
You can overcome adversity and achieve your goals. Or the pistol ones.
Saga realized the crossbow could hold 2 shots at the same time. Had she just not noticed before? Or had the weapon changed somehow? Like in a dream?
I like how it's less that you're upgrading the weapons and more like your perception of the weapon is upgraded. It's a very convenient system. Okay, I probably cannot access the flooded sections. Ooh, somebody's car is parked here. And judging by the fact that I can't pull out my gun, at the very least I know that I'm safe. For the moment. But one thing that I should consider is using the bottle on the next encounter, because the next encounter is probably going to be a little bit tougher. So any weapon that I might have that does a lot of damage is probably going to be useful.
Reeks of booze. Addressed to me. From years ago.
Saga Anderson.
That's right. The horror story is changing reality. Not just people's memories. This card has Mom's handwriting.
A little bird told me it's your birthday, so be sure to give yourself some special treatment. I love you, Logan. Grandma F. Washington Power. Saga Anderson. 6 Watery Lighthouse Trailer. Parkway Unit 2. Make check payable to Washington Power. That is a lot of booze. Again, for a shotgun I do not have.
Everything here reminds me of Logan. This could be her room.
Yeah, the old gods of
This feels
Asgard.
Too real. Too personal.
Specifically featuring the Poets of the Fall, who are going to be performing at the Game Awards. This tells you when this video is recorded. To Logan, keep on shining, little rock star. Your proud great-granddad and great-granduncle. Night Springs.
My newfound relatives. Cozy with the cult of the tree.
And one of them's holding a
And that's the
clicker.
In the hands of the cult, just like the page promised. Carnival Nights. That's the motorcycle club the Koskela brothers are in. I'll take Odin and Tor up on their offer and visit their nursing home. Right after I find this biker workshop. No. It's not true. It's just a fucking story. It's not true. Logan's back home. She's fine. Fuck. She's at school. David. I'm in the story and it's coming true. Wake said Scratch would try and hurt me with a horror story. But he said there's still time to stop this. That he can stop this with a clicker.
Hey, this is David. Leave a message.
David? Is Logan okay? Call me back as soon... Mulligan? What the fuck? Hey! Stay where you are! Mulligan is a cultist? What the fuck is going on here?
A critical look at a broken system.
The Bureau in this fictional reality?
Our deepest condolences for your loss. The Bureau knows it's an incredibly hard time for you. I personally can assure you we are committed to your well-being and will allow the time needed for your recovery from this tragedy. The FBI is here for you. We'll be ready to welcome you back to work as soon as you're ready. We could really use that insightful mind of yours, so we hope to see you back in our ranks soon. So, when I reconnect with, Agent Casey, what's going to happen? The plot chickens.
A pun book from Ilmo. Are we close in the story?
Because
That might explain some of his behavior.
I know you... Excellent puns for the comedian in your life. Hey. Why did the chicken cross the road only once? Because nobody double crosses the road and lives. Something about water. Oh, I have actually searched enough of this place, I think. All right. We must fight to survive.
Thornton too? God damn it. And now they're all taken?
You got me, game. You got me with that one. I thought I was safe in a save room. Wish I knew which way they actually went. Did they go to the Calvala Knights area? Which would just be... yep. Yep, I see him.
The headline about Logan wasn't real. Don't think about it. The cult has the clicker. Get it? Fix this.
All right. Into the building is progress. Let's see if there's at least something I can find. His favorite park benches? Its impressive bird feeders drew in populations? I like how the ominous music is just tied to the vicinity of the building. Like, I move farther away from the building and the ominous music is like, it's not so bad out here.
This is the workshop from the photo with the cultists. This is where they had the clicker. If it's still here, I need to find it.
Fix the one who broke it. Hello, I've seen some of you place our stashes in the open. Please don't do that, you rascals. This is your final warning to stop taking the OOP, the object of power, out of the assembly hall. You want to get drunk in the workshop? Fine, but the object of power is for ritual use only. You idiots are worse than my kids. Hi, Uncle Ilmo. Hope you're well. Charlene and I still haven't received our paychecks from last month's Coffee World promo work. Are you sure you sent them? Could you double check? Maybe they slipped through the cracks. Also, Charlene wanted me to tell you that her suit still smells weird. Charlie. The Deerfest floats are eating up our space. Try to keep things neat and tidy around the workshop, okay? I can't find my tools. I can't even find my left hand, even though it's attached to me. But I will find my boot up somebody's ass if you all keep making a mess. Hello, fellas. I suggest we start a regular sauna night now that the old place is working again. What's the best time for it? How about a classic Saturday night session? I'll bring the sausage and mustard, but BYOB. Not everyone enjoys frying themselves to death, Ilmo. And who would pick mustard over ketchup? Me, mostly these days. I'm fat. Ketchup has a lot of high fructose corn syrup. Mustard is largely just mustard seed and flavor. Delicious. Delicious flavor. Also, I'm from Chicago. So, a hot dog with ketchup? Ilmo, ignore Fred. He doesn't have what it takes. And he's not wrong about ketchup, too. It's obviously chili mayo or nothing. Thanks for your valuable input. I'm assuming that means Saturday's sauna night is on. Sauna is good for the body and good for the soul. You may not like it, but it likes you. And all condiments are welcome, of course. Hey, Elmo, I can't find the new door lock combination. Look inside the smiley coffee cup doesn't help me. The smiley coffee cup. Where are we going to find a smiling god? Hello? Oh, they got some morning crunch over here. Can't start the... Hey, buddy.
Such a shame.
Like, you know, we may be hunted by the Taken, and our lives are in danger. But we still are going to make time to stroke this dead deer's head. Inside the smiling coffee cup. So would that be like... Oh, never mind. Oh. I didn't even look to see if those were numbers that I need for the lock. What hit me?
Hey, stop right there. The shape stumbled out of the dark toward Deputy Mulligan. Thornton was doubled over, coughing. A chunk of cold pastrami caught in his throat. Bring it, fucker. Mulligan fired. Thornton hacked the pastrami out of his windpipe, opened fire with his partner. The monster fell. They kept shooting. The thrill of domination. This was the cult of the tree. Not one tree. A forest. Secret knowledge in a deer mask. A last line of defense. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Bright Falls' fucking finest. They crept over, pulling out their flashlights. The horror. This is Monica from the tackle shop. An innocent woman. Thornton's pastrami came back up.
Once again, not exactly much edited in. Also interesting to note that they called it an object of power.
Locked.
They must be in there. There has to be a way to get this lock open.
Or is it the other way around?
This is the cult's hideout.
Hmm.
Their headquarters, even?
Yeah. Let's store... You... And stop there.
There's a basement.
Okay, this is a lot.
The cult is leaving supplies around for themselves. This will be handy.
Oh, do I have maps to the supply locations?
That's it.
Nice. I've marked the map like you asked. It's all the stashes by our last count, locked and loaded and ready to go.
This is the cult's process. Their ritual.
The ritual for the taken. Surround the target. Subdue them. Use hammer or other blunt object. Restrain them. Carve out their heart. Recite the words. Put the clicker into their chest. Flick the switch 2 times to make sure it works. Remember the floodlights on tripods. We need to see what we're doing. Always work in pairs. So is that how they defeat the taken, is with the clicker?
The cult isn't well organized. People aren't following orders.
To whoever has been sabotaging Lake House equipment, stop it. If you're looking for ways to help the cult, this is not it. Unless bringing the feds down on us is what you consider helpful, in which case you can fuck right off. Stay away from the FBC, and if you see them poking around again, report it to the Grand Master.
The Nightingale ritual wasn't completed.
I'm not trying to play the blame game, but we cannot let random tourists walk right into one of our rituals. We were stopped before we got to use the clicker. Hell, the lights weren't even set up yet. It's unacceptable. So let's look at the learnings. We need to be faster with our setups. We need to be 100% positive someone is on lookout duty. Communication, communication, communication. Slip-ups like this are why we have FBI agents snooping around, which is not great. I'm only being harsh about this because I know we can do better. That light switch you found washed up at the lake is not junk. It's fucking important. Trust me on this. From now on, whenever we catch a target, we're going to cut out its heart, stick this thing inside, and flick it. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it'll be like a ritual. This is going to work. Huh. Well. Next time, let's go into the basement. Oh, hold on. Oh, is this the FBC's,
Rose. She's that waitress from the diner.
Rose Marigold observations. Leaves home and car. Arrives at Oh Dear Diner. Opens restaurant. Spills a cup of coffee. Stares at coffee puddle and seems suddenly delighted. Begins talking animately to the puddle. Observer not in diner. Did not hear. Goes on break. Back from break. Ate a sandwich and wrote in a notebook. Stares at ceiling fan for approximately 50 seconds while smiling. Leaves Oh Dear Diner on foot. Stops at pier and writes a notebook. Stares at clouds and becomes upset. Shaking her head and speaking up at the sky. Not close enough to hear. Local woman upset at cloud. Leaves pier. Arrives at car. Enters. Arrives home. Watches TV. Cooks dinner. Macaroni and cheese. Watches TV while eating. Goes to bed. Reads The Sudden Stop. Still an Alan Wake fan.
This is one weird cult.
We are the cult of the tree. We watch them in the night. I see it now. This is our mission. Make the woods scary again. It's a tree, a spruce tree. Keep them out. Keep them safe. Together we are a forest. Cult of the tree. Observation report. Subject, the Cult of the Tree. Summary. Intermittent surveillance of the paracriminal group known as the Cult of the Tree shows that their operation is limited to a small area of Washington state. The group is reported to be made up of dedicated individuals equipped with only common tools. Overall level of organization is low. Overall comprehension of redacted is low. Our assessment yielded a category orange risk status. Further inquiry should be made as to the exact details and source of their knowledge regarding paranatural elements. An investigation unit recommends the Cult of the Tree be kept under permanent surveillance, with preparations made for the group's arrest and seizure of assets. That is a good point. Like, how does Ilmo know? How does Ilmo and Jacko and the Knights know about everything? See file for full report and recommended action. Summary and full report to be forwarded to Dr. Marmont and Dr. Marmont at the Cauldron Lake research site, as both operate in a shared area. Addendum. Recommended action downgraded to continued intermittent surveillance. No arrest due to prioritization of resources. You were right. These sneaky fuckers are watching us, and our level of organization is fine. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. What are you?
A fuse. Could come in handy.
All right. Okay, now we'll save our game for the night. Got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.
No. Logan's not dead. Think.
Actually, it is interesting that her response to the material she doesn't like is to scratch it out herself. An interesting echo of Mr. Scratch.